Every year, naglalabas si Infinix na ng mga phones na walang marketing budget. That's right, the Infinix Hot 30i is one of those phones. Kasi nga, sa sobrang mura daw niya, hindi na kailangan i-market yan. Madali kasi benta yan eh. Ha? Kailangan sa problema, walang nakakaalam. That's a big deal. Kasi kung di mo alam, paano mo siya bibilin? The only way you will know that this exists is if nakafollow ka sa nalang Shopee, Lazada, doon po lumalabas yung mga phones nila. They don't actually broadcast na, uy, lalabas itong Hot 30i naman. Usually guys, pag mga murang phones na ganito, pasikreto siyang nilalabas. And napakasulit po ni Infinix Hot 30i. Kasi, sasabihin ko agad ang price niya ay 4,299 pesos. Ito po ay merong 4GB of RAM pero up to 8GB po daw siya. 128GB of ROM. Panalo na. This is pala a full Android device na po. Hindi po siya Android Go. Kasi for the price, usually Android Go po ang nilalagay nila sa mga ganitong phones. Android 12 ang nilagay nila. Full po yan na Android version. It's got a 5,000 mAh of battery, 18 watts fast charging na, Type-C pa to. 90Hz refresh rate, 6.6-inch HD+. Mas maganda kaya to kay Tecno Spark 10? That was a few days ago, no? Ang review ko. Actually, yes, it's much faster. Mas maganda pang gaming and things like that. Kaya without further ado, let's unbox this beast. Infinix Hot 30i Apples Beans, and you're watching Unbox Ladies. Woohoo! Oh, by the way, if you want to check out the full specs of this phone, punta lang sa unboxdiaries.com. We've got it all for you. Okay, so standard Infinix box, green and purple. Sa likod yung kanyang specs right there. This is a hidden gem. Speaking of gem, parang jewelry lang sa likod niya. Ganda, parang diamond cut out. Pogi rin. Customer service card. And underneath, we got the jelly case, may kasama. Nice. Warranty card, USB Type-C cable, the 18 watts fast charger, and the SIM ejector pin. And that is pretty much it. Wala po siyang earphones na kasama. Tiguro din Tecno, pero kasi pa. Here's the phone. Look at that. A diamond cut out back. Kumikinang. Mas-smudge. Paano kakikinang kung mayroong smudge? Wow. Tingnan niyo no, pag tinatamaan ng ilaw, tig-iisa silang nag-glow bawat panel. 1, 2, 3, 4. And the body looks like box-type iPhone design. Yung alam nyo kanyang camera is not the iPhone-looking one. It's got a 2-camera setup dito. Yung isa po yung maliit ay LED flash lang po yan. Ito pa ay 13MP dual camera setup. Selfie camera 8 megapixels. The back is made out of, mukha siyang glass no, but it's only plastic. Paano ko nalaman? Pag hinawakan mo kasi, hindi siya cold to the touch or baka mainit lang ngayon. Okay. So aircon, init.
Hindi, wow.
Yun lang, no? Magkakaroon ng smudge sa likod pag wala kang jelly case. Pero di siya ganun kahalata, no? Kapag tinaman ng ilaw lang. The back is pretty minimalistic. Simple lang po yung likod niya. Pero ang lakas ng dating, especially kapag malayo, mukhang sosyalin, kapag tumatawag ka, and when you're playing it, it looks like a very premium device. Actually, wala masabi, no? I'm not really sure why hindi to minarket. Sobrang ang benta siguro nito. Kaya kasi pagka nilagay pa ng marketing kasi, tataas yung presyo nitong device. Kaya siguro nila ginawa yun. Pero but na lang, andito ako. This is not a paid video. I'm doing this for you guys.
Sure ka ba dyan?
Hindi para sa view. Now the body of the phone looks like an iPhone. Ito na po yung trend yun, no? It has creeped in to the entry-level phones of other brands. Dati, nakita mo na sa mga mid-range phones, but now, you will see them on phones that cost about 4,000 even 3,000 pesos may ganitong klaseng design, which is impressive. Di nyo alam kung gano'n kapangit. Kajologs yung phones dati. Ngayon, trendy na po sila. I love this. So right side, we got here a power button, volume rocker, sa taas wala. Sa ilalim, headphone jack, microphone, a USB Type-C port, nice, and a speaker. Sa left side po guys is yung kanyang SIM tray na meron dual nano SIM card slot plus a micro SD card slot for expandability. On top pa yan sa 128GB na ROM. Nice. Yun nga lang, no? Naka water drop notch pa rin siya. That's the display po guys, no? Kailangan, bakit ako magre-reklamo? It's only 4,000 pesos. And it's not even 4,999 kasi minsan pag sinasabi ko na 4,000, 3,000, yung pala 4,999, 3,999. It's actually just 4,299. So, malapit na, malapit na. This one has a 6.6-inch, 720p 90Hz refresh rate display, which is good na. Actually, for me, that's a good thing kasi at this price, meron ka ng smooth display. No? You're gonna be able to experience the smoothness na dating pinapanood mo na sa aking video, but ngayon na-experience mo na siya, yung pakiramdam ng smoothness ng isang high refresh rate display. 90Hz lang naman, no? Yung 120Hz baka next year na yun. Mahal pa daw eh. Oh my God! Pero ngayon guys, mura na lang yung high refresh rate 90Hz. Yun nga lang na 720p lang siya, pero okay na yan kasi yung kanyang battery is masasave ng todo. A combination of 5,000 mAh of battery plus yung kanyang 720p display equals a longer battery life. Pang-balance na lang siguro doon sa kanyang battery kasi nga yung high refresh rate kailangan ng more power yun eh. The quality is nothing to sneeze about. It's pretty okay. Parang decent lang siya. It's LCD. What? May HDR? 720p HDR? Hindi ko alam to kasi wala namang siyang HDR capability. Hindi siya HDR10 display guys. So, kahit sabihin niya meron siyang HDR dito sa YouTube, wala po siya talagang HDR capabilities. Ayun. Sakto lang, no? The brightness is okay. The quality is okay. It's not gonna blow you away. It is a decent experience. Pero kasi guys, kapag ka nag-scroll ka sa Facebook, sa homepage, everything looks quite smooth. In fact, hindi lang yung kanyang smoothness, yung animation na, yung sinasabi ko. Smooth din yung kanyang performance. Look at this, oh. Kapag nag-open ng mga apps, napakabilis, napaka-instant tingnan. Wow! I have never seen something like this on a phone at this price. Dati kasi guys, sa mga Vivo, Oppo, alam na yan, mga pag 4,000 pesos, naglalag po lahat sila with this kind of pricing. Mapa-open mo lang yung kanyang recents, dun siya maglalag. But no, here it looks so smooth. Parang seamless yung kanyang animation lahat, no? It is a very smooth experience. Wow! Sobrang hidden gem talaga. Wait, yes, alam ko na. Itatanong nyo na sa akin yan eh. Ano ba yung Antutu benchmark score? 200,000 points po ang kanyang, again, another thing na hindi ko pa nakikita. Kasi, kung alam nyo guys, si Tecno Spark 10 is only 130,000 points. Ito 200,000, that's a 70? Almost 70,000 point difference. Ano yun na, Helio G37 yun na. Ito naman, Unisoc T606. Although hindi pa rin ito yung pinakamabilis at this price. Meron pa nga mas mura dito, mas mabilis pa eh. Coming soon yun, no? Pero hindi ko akalain na Unisoc pala ay napakabilis, napakasulit. Alam nyo ba guys na yung mga brands ngayon, like si Infinix, Tecno, ano na lang ng mga Helio, Snapdragon. Kasi pag nag-Snapdragon, Helio, medyo magmamahal yung phone. Gusto nila makatipid. And yun na mismo yung kanilang marketing, no? Sulit yung specs. Kasi dali mo benta na pag sulit yung specs eh. They actually got the Unisoc processor, which is, for some, ay, pangit yan. Di naman optimize yan eh. Hindi okay for gaming yan, but no. As we've seen here, smooth siya sa homepage, sa social media, sa browsing, and even sa gaming. But, wait lang. Hindi completely Sa Mobile Legends, smooth siya. We were able to do some clashes, no? Kapag nag-clash kami, smooth naman siya tingnan, wala naman frame drops dito. And very playable siya. Wala lang siyang high refresh rate na super. Para ma-take advantage ng 90 FPS. Nope, you will not get that here. But, if you're looking for a Mobile Legends phone, ito na yan. Smooth, wala pong frame drops, you will love this. Although hindi siya yung pinamagandang graphics na nakita ko, nung lumabas yung phone na yon at pinadala sa aming bahay or sa studio namin, wow. Ang bilis. No? Wala pang 1 month, pinalitan na siya. Actually, sobrang hyped ako nung nalaman ko yung specs ito and na-test ko to. And then, nalaman ko naman yung isa na dumating and no match. Yung 3,000 lang. So, bilis pa rin dito. That is another brand. Hindi po siya Infinix Coming soon my channel. Kaya subscribe ko na. By the way, ito pala yung settings no, sa Mobile Legends. High graphics and high refresh rate lang. Wala po siyang super, ultra, mga things like that. Now, going to Call of Duty. At first glance, ito po yung kanyang settings, no? Okay naman siya. It looks pretty nice. So, smooth siya tingnan. Maganda yung colors, yung graphics. Kaya lang guys, kapag medyo chaotic na marami nang nangyayari sa screen and kapag nag-aim ka na, doon namin na-feel na bumabagal na siya. Nag-frame drop po siya every time na nag-scope kami. And that's something game-breaking. Kasi nga, ayaw mo yung pagbagal. Lalo na sa time na kailangan mong pumatay, di ba? Isipin mo yun, the time na papatay ka na, biglang babagal, biglang mag-frame drops, di talo ka dun. Ang kailangan mo, kapag oras na pumatay, dapat responsive lahat. Para makita mo yung kalaban, matira mo agad yung ulo niya, di ba? Ganun sa FPS. That's very important. Ayun lang, sayang. I just feel na hindi ko na-optimize yung phone for this game. Ito naman, pwede pa naman ito ma-optimize in the future. Hopefully, isupport yan ni Call of Duty. Now, here's something, no? Napansin nyo, nakadalawang games tayo agad, no? Kasi dati, if yung phone mo ay 4,000 pesos lang, you only get 2 GB na RAM and 32 GB na storage. Ngayon, nakakuha ka na ng 128 GB for just 4,000 pesos. This is so big kasi the moment na wala ka na storage, wala na. You can't save stuff, you can't install things. Limited ka masyado. Meron kang 5,000 dyan na 232 lang eh. Ano kaya yun?
Kapal ng mukha mo!
Joke lang. But yes, for 4,000 pesos, makakabili ka ng mga phones na 4, 128. And with 128 gigabytes of storage, you can install so much here. As you can see, ang dami na naman na-install dito. Even si Genshin Impact na imposibleng ma-install sa 32 gigabytes na storage. Imposible po yan. Kahit po sabihin nyo may 32 gigabytes kayo. Ang laki po kasi ng Genshin Impact. Akala nyo yung install yung may store dyan. Also, yung mga ibang assets din once na na-install na yan. So, mapupuno agad yung storage nyo and wala na kayong pwedeng mailagay dyan. Sayang naman. Hindi na kayo pwede mag-picture. And like nagmamanage na yung storage, sobrang hassle. But right now, we got 128. Wala naman siya ng hassle. But yes, let's go to the Genshin Impact na. Matry lang, no? Kasi 200,000 points ang to benchmark. Sa Genshin Impact, no? Mabagal siya. I mean, this game actually evolved over time. Not only in resources, yung laki ng resources niya, but also yung requirements for the game. Meaning, kahit mataas yung Antutu benchmark mo, nag-scale up din yung graphics ni Genshin Impact. Which is, mabagal pa rin siya kahit mataas yung Antutu benchmark. Yan na naman. And as you can see right here, medyo malag talaga siya, frame drops, pangit yung gameplay. You would not want to play Genshin Impact at this state. Promise, kung gusto nyo maglaro ng Genshin Impact, at least go get a Poco F5 kung gusto talaga mag-enjoy sa Genshin Impact. At least yun. But for this, nope. Don't even try it. Pero for Call of Duty or Mobile Legends or mga Subway Surfer lang, okay na to. Pwede na to. Social media, watching YouTube, browsing and things like that. Mga light lang. Hindi na siya kasing hassle or kasing bagal ng feeling before. Kasi you already got here a fast processor plus a smooth display. Parang feeling mo ngayon, smooth talaga experience. This is something na hindi possible. Especially sa mga Vivo, Oppo phones dati, Huawei phones na 4,000 pero yun nga, sobrang mabagal talaga dati. Iba na yung era ng 2023. Ngayon sa camera naman, no? Is it actually a good camera phone? The camera is pretty okay, no? Yung colors could be better. It's lacking in contrast. Also, sharpness, sakto lang din. Kapag maraming kailangan i-process, ayan, nahirapan na po siya. Hindi po clearly defined sa amin, no? Yung foreground and background kasi nga parang nahirapan talaga siya pag marami yung ano. Say for example, ito, ayan, no? Hindi po defined yung mga leaves. And napansin namin, kailangan talaga ng tripod dito if you want some level of sharpness. Or dapat hindi masyadong mauga yung kamay. And it's lacking in HDR. Then, even though meron siyang high dynamic range, kumakalat pa rin yung bright parts, no? Dapat controlled yan. And yung dark parts ay medyo madilim talaga. No? Yung shadowy parts. Feeling ko, mostly this is for, you know, taking photos of your assignments. Taking photos sa billboard, mga ganon. Tinatamad kayo, mga ganyan. Pero don't expect too much, yung parang sobrang ganda niya. Face are also decent. Yung skin tone is just fine. Low light is medyo hirap sa low light yun. Parang hindi siya gano'n ka-sharp. Very grainy nga pag walang ilaw eh. You know, like totally dark, grainy. But yes, may expect too much sa ganitong camera. Although merong, si Tecno Spark 10 talagang, siya yung pinakamaganda ngayon for the price na maganda yung camera. Yung nga lang, syempre, hindi siya kasing bilis nito. So if you want a gaming phone, gaming focus, dito ka na. Hot 30i. Now the price of the Hot 30i Infinix 4128 ay only 4,299 pesos. Oh, by the way, itong 4,299 pesos is yung kanyang initial offered price dun sa Shopee and Lazada. Currently, nasa 4,499 pesos siya. It's always on sale. So go get it right now while you still can. Habang ganito pa yung presyo, panalo na. Right now, ito na po yung hari natin, nung pinakasulit for 4,000 pesos. But pretty soon, in just a few weeks, magre-release kami ng, that's right, probably the one that will dethrone this. Meron agad mag-dethrone sa kanya as the king of sulit. Kasi 3,000 pesos lang yun at mas mabilis pa sa kanya. And napakaganda sa Mobile Legends. That is the true gaming king this year. From a different brand, but yeah, if you want to see this sa aming tier list, check it out right now on boxdiaries.com. And yes, if you want to see that phone na magdidethrone dito as head of gaming phones, mag-subscribe and hit the like on to miss any of my great content plus events, and you're watching Unbox Diaries. Woohoo!